What's up guys, David Mirza here from the Hot Daddy Producing Factory that helps busy guys in their 30s and 40s get in super shape in record time frame. We achieve that by getting them the best sleep they've ever had, taking their training to the next level and teaching them how to go to failure, and with a structured nutrition plan that takes their busy lives into account. Today I wanted to talk about my 9 kilo fat loss in the past 9 weeks. Here's the before after picture for you, and I wanted to tell you how I did it. This first picture was taken in January, and this is the fattest and the heaviest I've ever been. This was after a 1-year bulk where I put on 14 kilos, going from 73 kilos all the way up to 87. At this point, my calories were sitting around 4,000. I was doing around 8,000 steps on average, 4 training sessions per week, and 0 extra cardio. So the first thing we did was taking calories down to around 2200, which was quite a significant drop. Throughout the whole process, my steps and cardio stayed unchanged. Still to this day, I don't do any cardio and my steps are still sitting around 8,000 steps on average. I changed my training routine slightly. Throughout the bulk, I was prioritizing shoulders. I was giving them more volume and I was training them up to 3 times a week even. Once I started cutting, I transferred more into an upper-lower split. In the first 6-7 weeks of cutting, calories were dropped gradually, all the way down to around 1700. And in the first 6 weeks, 7 weeks even, I had 0 issues with hunger. Coming out of such a long bulking phase, I was quite actually happy not to have to eat so much and not to have to spend so much time eating as well. My main focus on the lower calories were hitting my protein goal and making sure that I have enough food volume that I don't go hungry all the time. That meant that I could more or less keep the same food structure as before. I still had, let's say, a meal deal sandwich in the morning, but instead of having like a snack bar with it that I could eat after my training in the afternoon, now I was having extra chicken bites, so it would fill me up more, it would give me more protein for fewer calories. A big change happened in my post-workout meal as well. When you're bulking, your priority is getting in as much food for as little food volume as possible, because you have to eat a lot and you want all that food to take up little space in your stomach only. So my post-workout, when I was on 4,000 calories, was 160 grams of cereal, a protein shake, 2 bananas, and a couple cereal bars, 2 cereal bars as well. That meant that my post-workout, instead of it being 300 grams of carbs, now it was about 175 grams. And if I kept that up with just cereal and bananas, I would have been very hungry very soon. So I had to swap this out to a whole meal source. So I actually had microwave rice and chicken and some fruit to fill me up better, so I still had some enjoyment but not as many calories. Over time, my calories got reduced even further, all the way down to 1700, and that meant that with less calories and a longer time frame where I was dieting, inevitably I was feeling more and more hungry towards the end. If you want to do something similar for yourself, you have to understand there are 2 sides to the same scale. You have your energy intake from food and you have your expenditure from activity. And for me, it was very suitable not to have to do any extra expenditure. I didn't want to waste time doing cardio. I couldn't afford to do more steps. After all, I'm super busy and I can even save time eating less. So if I do less activity, I have to do less of food intake as well, but it's a trade-off that's worth it for me. Whereas you might be someone that really loves food, you want to keep your food as high as possible, but you also don't mind spending a bit more time investing into cardio, more activity, maybe more training sessions. Ultimately, if you eat a bit more and move a bit more, you will probably get a better result as well. For me, on the other hand, the priority was doing the transformation as time efficiently as possible, and that meant eating a little bit less and doing a little bit less activity as well. If you need help doing a similar quick fat loss phase efficiently, taking your special life circumstances into account, you can fill out the form in the description. Any questions, issues, or ideas on what I should talk about next, leave a comment below, and if this was helpful in any way, if you could subscribe or press like at least, that would be very helpful. Thank you.